We're not next to each other, though.
You will when you hit connect. I don't think we're live yet, are we?
Yes, we are live. Hi, it's Maureen Nelson of MTN Matchmaking, and welcome to our Friday Facebook Live with Brian.
Yay!
Yay! Many people have reached out to me personally. I don't know if they did this to you, but they asked why we look exactly alike.
We don't look exactly alike. First of all, I don't look like I just rolled out of bed. I look a little bit more put together.
I could not do my hair.
And once you put your makeup on with your left hand?
Yeah, yes. I cried with happiness today. Someone said something so nice. I literally cried with happiness and couldn't reapply. So
Did they say you were pretty?
No, it was something really, really nice. Really nice.
What they say you were really pretty?
Well, I get that anyway. This is just,
I get that every day too. Every day somebody says that to me. Not pretty, but it goes right to your head, and then you think, oh, look at me, I'm all that, and then I realize I'm not, and I get knocked down a couple of pegs.
Oh, stop. Anyway, we have so many dating questions. I just wish I could figure out a way that we're next to each other. Do we look like we're next to each other?
We're next to each other on Facebook Live. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So just I can't see it. Okay.
Right. Let me
which is good for me because I can't even see what I look like. And I do know I'm a hot mess, not being able to do my hair or anything.
You couldn't have just ran a brush through it?
No. Then it would get frizz. Can't have frizz.
Put it up in a cheerleader ponytail.
Oh yeah, more people can call me a bitchy cheerleader, like I've gotten for years.
Nobody ever calls you that. That's not what they call you.
Okay, Ruth was the first person that ever called me that, and it was the first time we met at Perfect Match. And here I was. They said to me, okay, we have this person, we need you to train her. So I go to train her, and again, she doesn't know I'm younger than her and I'm supposed to train her. And she says right to my face, oh my God, you're just like a bitchy cheerleader. And it was never, I lost the control then and never got it back.
But actually, that's a compliment that you're on their side, you're cheering them on.
Yes.
You're just telling them stuff they don't want to hear. So I think that's a compliment.
Yes. Hey, Asa. Asa saying hi to both of us.
Hello, Asa.
Do you get to see the comments too?
Now I do.
Oh, good. Okay. Everyone needs an Asa. Anytime people watch and they ask any question, way sooner than you or I could ever even give the answer, Asa will have it already written there. So even though I didn't have time to do my hair or anything like that, I did have time to put on my love necklace.
Oh. We just got back from lunch. We had lunch at the Miller's Cafe, but it's not the chain Miller's Cafe. Our Miller's Cafe
oh, thank God.
is owned by Mr. Miller. And
Mr. Miller, our neighbor that had a wooden leg that my mother used to let me go down at 6 years old to his house and sit on his wooden leg. Unbelievable.
But that's back in the 60s. You were allowed to do that. And he told you like stories of war, I remember.
Well, first of all, I was born in 66, so it had to be 70, like 1 or 2.
No, you were like 2 or 3.
All right, I was born in 66, so it was at least 1970.
68. And he was in like
I wasn't 2 because I wouldn't remember. I wouldn't remember the image of knock on my leg. And I literally knocked, and it was wood. I didn't know what it was. Like, I remember having a few crazy dreams about that my whole life. But anyway.
Yeah, but he was a nice man, and he was full of only good intentions.
Yes.
Anyway, so
many dating questions too. Go ahead.
It's
what
a burger. Yeah, it's a
because
burger.
Before we start, Chris Cuomo, done. My infatuation with him, watching his stupid ass show, only because he's pretty, done.
Isn't that why they watch MTM Facebook Live?
Okay. Love you, Asa.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to say anything before we start with these great questions?
Yeah, we had nice burgers today at Miller's Cafe. With delicious burgers.
I am sure all the singles that really want to hear dating questions that they wrote in and their answers, I'm sure they're just dying to know. I wonder where Brian and Brian went to lunch today. Not even on Long Island, not even in New York, but in Texas.
It was delicious, and I have to ask for it without mustard.
Okay, well, while we're on the subject, if anyone from Texas is single and watching this because they know Brian and Brian, I am going to be a snowbird soon. So if you're single, let me know. I'm going to matchmake myself. Oh,
okay.
Why did he lose me? Oh, God, that's going to be so controversial. Okay, I'm going to say it. Look, but first I'm going to preface it by saying everyone that knows me knows I don't claim to be anything that I'm not.
Do I need to put a disclaimer first before you reveal your answer?
Yes.
What you're saying has nothing to do with my
okay, no, because it's my Facebook Live. So
okay, go ahead.
Okay, we should put a disclaimer that I am only here to answer dating questions because of my 20 years experience and being an executive level certified matchmaker. And I only am also good at being a mom and have two of the best boys, 24 and 26. Today, in fact, the reason why I had the happy tears is someone actually, we were on a Zoom call, Ryan and I, and the man literally just was saying the nicest things.
Literally
about how nice it is that Ryan works with me and how important family is and blah, blah, blah. And we're on the Zoom and all of a sudden the tears start coming down. So, the guy ended that in 5 minutes and we ended the call. And I said to Ryan, I go, you didn't notice anything, did you? And he's like, oh, that you were bawling? I'm like, oh. Okay, so back to that stupid ass Chris Cuomo. Again, I DVR very few shows. Brian, you want to guess which ones?
Law and Order SVU.
Yes. Keep going.
And Chris Cuomo Hardball or whatever his name of it.
Not anymore, but
I don't think it's Hardball. That's it. That's the only thing you watch.
Blue Bloods.
Oh, yeah.
That is because our brother is a retired police lieutenant and was probably the best police officer ever. Okay, so we grew up in how valuable police are. Now, of course, there's bad apples in every single thing. And if you look in the matchmaking industry, I had to open up my own business 16 years ago because of the bad apple companies that I went to, and at least I learned what not to do. Okay, my point being...
I think we should have a bell. Every time we go off on a tangent, I should ring the bell.
But we didn't start yet. Hey, Wayne, how are you?
For next week, I'm going to get a bell. So every time we go off topic and talk about yourself, I'm going to go ding.
Because you asked me, oh no, Asa asked, why do I not and will not watch Chris Cuomo? Again, this is going to be controversial, so everybody knows how sensitive I am. If you don't agree with it, just thank you and smile, and please don't comment. If you agree with me, whatever you want to say, I'm going to eat it up and thank you and love you forever. Okay, so we grew up that family is very important. And having a brother as a retired police lieutenant who he used to tell me all of his stories, like amazing stuff. Okay, so, we know the situation. And believe me, I'm not anyone that watches the news all the time. I only get it through him, Cuomo, Primetime. And it's only because from that survey my clients did last year during the pandemic, they chose Chris Cuomo and Andrew Cuomo as a tie as the most attractive men in New York. Okay, so yes, he is pretty, even though he's married. Now, he's very liberal. I'm not. You are, Brian. I'm not. So I like to watch him again just for his looks and knowing I'm not going to agree with what he says, but never before did I lose all respect for him. And I thought it was always a good thing that I didn't really agree with the stuff he said. Okay, but I said to Brendan, because Brendan both of my kids are liberal like you, their Uncle Brian. He still remembers the survey. So, the sad situation of the two black girls in the fight and the one of them going to, kill the other girl, knifing her. Cops come. Someone called the cops. Okay, so they need the cops. Cops are good now. And the cop sees, because he has the vision, and they showed it in slow motion. Did you see it, Brian?
No, I didn't.
You have to see it, because she went up like this and was going like that. That split second, the cop shot, and sadly, she died. Very sad. However, if he didn't shoot her, okay, if he held back, and I forget the word that they call it, and didn't do anything, she would have knifed the girl, and that girl would have been dead.
Yes.
So Chris Cuomo, instead of being it like that, it's a horrible situation, for both families, having children, we all get it. But if someone was going like this and going to stab my kids, I personally would shoot them. And I'm not a cop. Cops are trained to save lives, and they saved that girl's life. Now, nowhere do we hear any news from that girl's parents saying, oh my God, thank you, blah, blah, blah. So watching the show 2 nights ago, I think when he first started discussing it, I had to stop watching in 20 minutes. It was so disgusting that he had on his usual radical black guy that hates cops. And why do you purposely have someone like that on? It's a tragedy.
He wants a balance, but then he has to have the other side of it as well.
Yeah,
but he doesn't.
Yeah, and this is why I lost respect for him. If he just had the balance and heard them both out, then that would be fine. But he was clearly stating, oh, the police this, the police that, the police this, the police that, giving his own opinion. Now, again, it's his show. He can give his own opinion. But never did he say the words, wow, thank God that young girl did not get killed. Never. So, done. I don't care that he used to be pretty. Now, you know how when you can't stand someone, they lose their looks. So he's not pretty anymore. Done.
Well, you also can't get your news from an opinion show. That's right. But that's what you said you do. That's where you get your news.
So
I guess you were getting biased news.
Right. But I watch 12 because we're on Long Island. And because my commercial's on, I want to make sure it's on when they say that it's going to be on. So obviously they all know just to give the news. You know, they're not giving their opinions. So like I said, I would watch him knowing everything else he would say would make me maybe be more open-minded to being liberal like you, okay? But this was just way too far, and I'm done. Okay, so hopefully everybody agrees with me, so I don't have to block you. I'm kidding. And hey, Tuki. Okay, so we do have a lot of great questions. Thank you, everyone, for always writing in such great questions. Brian loves this. He loves the part about checking it off as well when we are done answering. So, okay, first question.
All right, today we have 6, and I can't wait till we get to the 6th one because
oh boy,
remember a cliffhanger.
Okay, I do not know what these questions are. I have no idea. So Brian knows what they are. So he has a little advantage than I do, but go ahead.
Now, again, there's no names on this, so I don't know who, the way Ryan formulates these questions from the viewers or from, I don't know where they come from.
Sometimes he does have to change it, like say if they curse, Ryan knows he has to change that question a little bit. So go ahead.
All right. I'm fucking meeting my partner's parents.
I got it.
I'm kidding.
Oh my God, that was funny.
All right. I'm meeting my partner's parents for the first time.
Yes.
I'm super nervous. We've been dating for 6 months. Any advice? Oh, I got some advice.
Okay, then you go first. What?
Well, if they're referring to the other person as their partner, that means they're in a committed relationship. Yeah. And 6 months is a little bit too soon to refer to them as their partner. But anyway, even if they did, they would have met the other parents already. Assuming that they're all right. Let's assume that they don't live close by. All right. Let's assume they live in another state and they have to go traveling to it. Okay. So any advice? I would just be yourself because the partner fell in love with you for a reason, and you have to trust that. So I would just be yourself and go and be gracious and kind and loving and all that fun stuff. That's what I would say. But
if mom finger again.
If they lived in the next town, I would be very suspicious as to why after 6 months I didn't meet these parents already.
And I'm thinking that would be impossible that you could not know those people.
Right. But I wish they would have said that they live far away. But anyway, in today's day and age, especially with Zoom calls, you think that the person would have been around during a call to his mother and father on a Zoom chat or a Facebook Live chat.
Did he say he lived with the parents?
They don't say.
Okay,
that's why it's all information that it's very hard to answer. So I'm coming up with all these scenarios.
To me, it's a piece of cake.
If they live far away, I would just be yourself and be gracious and kind.
But put on a facade if you live next door to them.
And just do that.
Go ahead. Well, that's where I learned it from.
What's your advice?
Okay, so being a dating coach and professional matchmaker for 20 years now, I know that it takes 6 months if you meet someone on your own to see that person's real personality. Everyone in the beginning, you have to have compatibility and chemistry. So when you meet people on your own, you're going just by chemistry, okay? That person's hot, I like him, I like her, everything is great. Then what you have to do, if you don't go, say, to a matchmaker and you're doing this on your own, which is fine, because especially since we don't take in everyone, we do have a thorough screening process, and I say that with love and kindness. That couple, they're still going by chemistry. Now, slowly, as the months go by, they're unpeeling the layers of their true personalities, and typically, you will find in 6 months, okay, this is really the way that person is, and statistically, it's against you to find someone that you are compatible except for certain settings. So the normal settings are statistically, it's very low to be compatible. So my advice is this couple, if they don't have any red flags, because by 6 months, if you see a red flag, go, like leave. Don't be a stayer, as I say. Don't be afraid to get up and say, I'm not afraid of being single again. I have to find the right one, okay? So providing that you really don't see the red flags and you're happy, then it's simple, because in 6 months, you will know his or her personality. And if you still have the chemistry, and you probably will know if you're compatible, that's it. So meet the parents, have a great time with the parents, let them see all of your good qualities, and it should be great.
Yeah. Okay.
Next
Good.
question. Oh, you forgot the check. Asa, Asa, I'm surprised you didn't remind him. He didn't do the check.
Question number 2.
Okay.
I already have hard feelings on this as well. I'm in a long-term relationship, and it feels like my partner never makes time for me anymore. How do I express my feelings without sounding desperate?
Or needy.
Yeah.
Wait, just repeat the question again. Just there's a reason why.
I'm in a long-term relationship, and it feels like my partner never makes time for me anymore. Mm-hmm. How do I express my feelings without sounding desperate?
You want me to go first on this one?
Yeah, all right.
We'll alternate. If you're in a long-term relationship, which I'm kind of curious as to that person's, definition. What they consider. Right, everyone's different. Right. To me, 6 months, that's when you're starting your long-term relationship. So, what?
What? I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay, I heard something. Oh.
He did.
Hi, Brian, what's the why?
But he's on his headphones, so he can't even hear us.
So. Okay. So, with the long-term relationship, again, if things are going well and no red flags, you have to and you should be able to say how you feel. But there's ways of saying things that don't make you sound needy, and then there's ways of sounding like a needy bitch. So don't do that. But
I just wrote on my forehead.
You just what?
Wrote on my forehead.
Wrote? Okay. Oh. I thought you were talking about your lines, and I was going to say, get Botox. No. Free Botox, migraine prevention. Okay, so that is the end of my question. That just tell the person how you feel, because you want to know now at the 6-month mark. And if the person thinks you're needy and you're just saying basically how you feel, then you got to get out. Never be afraid to stay in a relationship when you see red flags. Okay, your turn.
Yes, I kind of actually hate to say that I agree with everything you just said. I think
he purposely tries to disagree with me.
I think when you're in a long-term relationship, you should be at a point where you can say anything.
Yes.
And not be desperate, because I've certainly, and if it's a long-term meaningful relationship, you would never feel that way. So the very fact that you feel that way, I would question how strong is this relationship, because your partner is never going to make you ever feel that way if it's a meaningful relationship. So,
agree.
Boy, your dogs are loud today.
Okay,
mine is sleeping.
Okay, we might have a situation. I decided that with the pandemic, and no, you have to wait from.
You already said yours.
Yes, okay. Okay, do the check. So Brendan, are you home? Because the landscapers are here. Okay, so I decided before we get to the next question that since the pandemic, life is too short. I'm just going out and living life to the fullest with everything. And one of the things that I always wanted was a beautiful garden. Now, I used to, in my prime, be able to do the whole garden myself. Brian bought my first house from me, and I remember I did that when you moved in, the garden that was in front, I did that with the hydrangeas. I love hydrangeas and the different things. So I used to always do it, and then as the years went on, I really can't do it, okay? Especially after recuperating from back surgery, which I am still, by the way. But anyway, so I really wanted the front and the backyard to be perfect so that Brendan can have his friends over in the summer. I could throw little get-togethers and really start getting out there and appreciating life. So I hired this really great company. Perfect. He doesn't want me to say perfect.
Don't ever say perfect. That's a dangerous word.
If something is perfect, it damn well should be acknowledged as being perfect.
There is nothing.
If it's not perfect and you're exaggerating perfect, then we have an issue. So anyway, I'm not going to say what it costs. Obviously, you know it's going to be a fortune. Okay, so again, all my favorites, a cherry blossom tree right in the front. Later, I'll show you a picture, Brian, because he knows what my front yard looks like. And again, I did do the garden of this house many years ago, but then just had landscapers and never really upped my game. So now, all my favorites they're doing. They started yesterday. Today they're coming back. However, one quick situation. The side of the house had these two plants that my mother used to call graveyard plants because they came as a little stick. And by the next spring, they were huge. One of them is a yellow forsythia or something like that. I don't know. I dislike them very much. The other one is Rose of Sharon. Yes. So the other one in that family is Rose of Sharon. Love them. Beautiful purple. So when I said to the guys, look, you could see these bushes turned into huge monsters, and we have 3 of them that you can't even see with this shed. So can you uproot them and put them on the other side? Because again, I love them. They're Rose of Sharons. I can't stand those yellow ones though. And so then we discussed other things to do with the backyard and the other side. So when they were gone yesterday, I look in the back and I'm so excited, and I see 4 in the back of the house, in the back, 4, those big yellow ones that they went out and bought. So that means I'm paying for them. When I clearly said I dislike them very much, and I didn't even want them bought because I have them already. So now I just sent a nice text. Oh, how would you like me to blah, 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 nice Maureen. And so I got the reply that they're coming to fix it. So, oh yes, thank you, Asa, once again. So I am super happy now because by the end of today, hopefully my front and backyard is going to be beautiful. Okay, next question, because I'm really happy because I love the spring and summer.
I'm scared to talk to my partner about money. What's the best way to do it? That's a good question.
That's a great question. Okay. Oh, you go first.
Well, I feel that way too because I always
Age
feel
before
like
beauty.
I get nervous talking about money, but he always assures me it's our money, our money. So anytime I say, "Oh, I want to pay this off," and he's like, "Do it. It's our money." So his money goes into our joint account, but I just feel bad paying off, things that I've bought with his money, but he assures me it's our money. So
That's okay. Tell me when you're done, because
I feel like it's an issue that I need to work out myself. But yeah, it should be 50. 50. It should be equal. Go ahead.
Okay. So when you're in a relationship and money is always an issue, I can tell you from firsthand experience being divorced, and I'll keep it as vague and as positive as possible. It is a hard pill to swallow for a woman, if she works way more than the man. I mean, makes way more than the man. So it's just, and then on the flip side, my guys that come to me in my matchmaking program, they come to me specifically because they don't want gold diggers. They can go somewhere else, spend like 4, 5, 10 times the amount that I charge, and a man can say, okay, I'm a billionaire. Give me someone 30 years younger who is gross. Like, not that they're compatible, because age doesn't matter if you're compatible. But in this particular case, there's no compatibility testing at all. It's, okay, I want someone 30 years younger, Bimbo Susie, and this guy is gross. I'll just keep it like that. And he just wants arm candy. So that particular guy doesn't care that he makes a lot and she doesn't, because he just wants her for the arm candy. Now, men come to my program when they want to raise the bar. If they live on Long Island, they don't want a gold digger. So they come to me because even though I'm a fraction of the cost, I do things very differently, and that's why I love what I do so much. And I will not let women join for free. So other services, and I love them, they're my colleagues, we work together all the time, they'll have what's called a database member. So the guy's paying a lot, and then we have a database member. To me, I don't agree with that, because you have no idea if that girl's a gold digger or not. Here in my program, both parties pay. Very unusual for any professional matchmaking service, by the way. That's how I've always done it. It keeps out the gold diggers, and then this way, there's really no issue of money inequalities if you come and you have me as your matchmaker. Now, if you meet someone on your own, though, you do have to be careful, because, again, I don't think many women will feel comfortable if their husband makes a lot less. I mean, unless the chemistry is just so over the top, then maybe. To me, I just don't see that happening. So that's my answer. Check. What? You can rebut.
Yeah, it's nobody's going to make the equal amount anyway. So if you decide to put it all in a pool, it's all of your. It's all.
Yes.
Yes. And if that's my job to pay the bills, then I go into that money and I pay the bills.
Right. Well, yes. So there's different things, obviously, as far as what people bring to the table. So just say if, like, you're retired, so it's a different scenario, And again, there's never a right answer for everyone. It always depends upon the two parties, what they're looking for, what they want. But I just, in general, in my program, why I love it is because everyone's financially stable. Now, you don't have to be at the same degree financial stability, but as long as everyone's financially stable, everyone's happy.
Yes, I can get my 401k before it used to be 59.5, but I got it. I was able to access my 401k with no penalty because of the 55-year rule. That if you leave your company at the age of 55 or older, you can access your 401k without penalty. But not everyone tells you that. I had to find that out of myself, my own. So if anybody is in a situation where they want to leave their job and they're under 59 and a half, but over 55, you can Google the 55-year rule, and it'll tell you about how to get your money. And that's what I do. I get a monthly payment that I contribute to the household. And, I buy the groceries, I buy, things like that.
Right.
That's it.
So that, adds more to any inequality to make it more equal, just by that. Okay. On the pink. Thanks, Asa. Okay, next question.
Whoops.
Okay, quick.
I have to reread them first. I have to reread them first.
I really don't have any patience. Oh, here's my Buster boy. Come here, Buster boy. Come. Aw. Look at Buster. My friend Maureen, I hope she tunes in. She calls him Ball Buster because he's always barking at her. Come here, Bailey. Can you jump up? Bailey's a little too fat. Can't really jump up. It's sad. Come on, Bailey girl. Let everyone see how cute you are. Okay, next.
I'm thinking my partner may be cheating on me. How do I find out without letting him know I'm watching him? I hate this question.
It's a fact. Hire a private eye. That's what they're there for. If you're thinking it,
if you're thinking it probably is happening.
Yes.
So get out.
But I would not get out first until you actually see the proof. And the only time a private eye is going to lie to you and then extort you for money is on the show Columbo, which played in the 1960s, 70s, that I also DVR as well. And that was a recent episode of that happening.
Okay.
So yeah, if you really think the person's cheating, first ask. I'm always big about open communication. If you're thinking it, say it. Are you cheating? And if that person lies to your face, don't ever go back. This is the one thing that drives me crazy with ladies.
But what if you're in a 5-year relationship and you've already invested everything you own into this relationship? Sometimes people can't just walk away on a whim. Where are they going to go? Where are they going to live? How are they going to live?
I'll tell you how. You come to me and I will make sure I make you successful without that piece of blank that cheated on you. Once a cheater, always a cheater.
What if you're leaving without any money because you have to leave?
Okay, why would you stay with someone because you felt you had to?
No, because a lot of times people can't up and leave.
Well, you can. You're strong enough. Even if you want a dating coaching session, which is $250 for an hour, I will help you find a safe, great place that you could rebuild your life, and I will help you figure out how to rebuild your life. Because I don't want any women ever to think I have to stay with this guy who cheated because I have nowhere else to go. Absolutely not. This isn't the 1940s when women didn't know what to do. Come on. Drives me crazy.
All right. I've already checked that one off.
Octavia again. So the first time, this is my third time. Okay, so the first time I didn't know anything about it. I kind of made fun of it. The bars were horrible, blah, 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 blah. But I did end up losing the 25 pounds that month. if you follow the schedule. Okay, so even though I made fun of it, it worked.
Okay.
And then something happened, I forget, that I couldn't continue. And I really forget the reason why. So naturally, with anything, you gain the weight back, okay? I know I pronounce it incorrectly all the time. Octavia. I don't know. Octavia. Okay, so the second time I tried it, about, like, I don't know, whatever, a year ago, didn't work at all. And it's because I was lazy. Like I thought, okay, I could still have ice cream at night because instead of getting 5 choices, which my 5 choices are only 2 different of my favorite shakes from them and 1 of their bars that I love. So all 3 of those things I love, and that's all I got. So my 5 things I use. Glenda Girl, you're live on Friday Facebook Live.
Oh, shoot.
Would you?
Just call me back.
Oh, come on. You don't want to say something funny or?
Hello, happy Friday, everyone.
Okay, you heard Glenda. Okay.
And Maureen's going to be a busy girl tomorrow.
Glenda is scheduling my appointments. Oh my God, we are getting in the greatest people ever. I'm so happy. I love my clients. All right, thanks. I'll call you right back after.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Love Glenda. Okay, so Glenda did this with me too. So we both lost the weight. Okay, so now it didn't work the last time. I'll tell Glenda, Asa, you said hi. So now this third time, I'm like, all right, this is it. I'm busy, meaning I don't have time to cook, etc. Okay, I don't know how to cook, okay? Also, it was getting really expensive ordering in food because, again, I have also, I had back surgery, blah, blah, blah. All right, so anyway, I was spending...
Get my bell. Go ahead.
So I was ordering in for Brendan and I Starbucks, the maca caramel, macchiato, whatever, iced, 400 grams, 400 calories,
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. Then I realized, all right, I have to really buckle up. So I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right. Now I have been doing it this is my 3rd day, and you have 5 different times that you could eat any of the choices. Okay, so you already know the 3 and only 3 things that I use. For me, that's convenient because I'm literally working all the time, whether I am at the desk, which it's hard to do. Next Saturday, I will be in the Melville office, just in case anyone wants that. Or I could work at my dining room table. But most likely, I'm kind of laid up with the laptops on me, blah, blah, blah. So for me, it's the convenience of not having to order in food when I love the taste of this particular berry bar, and I love
It looks green, though.
No, it doesn't.
What color is it?
And so this is black cherry shake, and I get the caramel macchiato shake. Okay, so today's my 3rd day. And so what I'm doing for my meal, you get 1 healthy meal with a protein. So it's salad with grilled chicken or grilled shrimp. Brendan is on a health kick. So every night for dinner, he wants a salad with grilled chicken or something. So he's making me my salads. And, how great is that with my busy schedule? So the first day, the next day I get on the scale. And first of all, when I got on the scale initially, I did almost have a heart attack. I was in total denial of how fat I got. Okay, fat. Brian, was I ever heavy at all growing up?
No.
Never.
That's because you were active. We're not so
Yes.
active anymore,
Yes. I was an intercollegiate volleyball and softball player. When I got married at 5'6", I was 110 pounds. When I was pregnant with Brendan, I was only 154 pounds and then lost the 30 a month after. And Ryan kind of this most similar thing. Okay, my point is I lost 2 pounds the first day, 2 pounds the second day, and I get on the scale this morning and another 2 pounds.
Good.
So if anyone wants information, let me know. I'm not doing it. You can't get it from me because I am too busy to do that. I did try to do that the first time, and a lot of our clients did it, but I will put you in touch with the person that I'm getting it from.
All right,
okay.
We got 8 minutes to wrap it up. About the cheating, you answered that question?
Yeah, women don't put up with a cheater.
Okay.
If you live on Long Island, again, I will help you rebuild your life and find whatever passion it is you have, and that's called dating coaching. It's an hour, $250. And you can live anywhere, actually, for that. But if you want to join my program, you will meet men that you're compatible with and you have chemistry with, that guys don't pay money to come to my service, that are cheaters. The internet is filled with cheaters. Filled. I hear it all the time. Okay, next. Our last question.
Now we got 7 minutes to wrap it up. We got 2 more questions, and the last question is a cliffhanger.
Oh, God.
I've asked my partner to change a couple of things about his behavior. Why is it always women changing men's
what's
behavior?
his partner? Now, partner is gay, right?
No.
It isn't?
No.
Having a son and a brother gay, clearly that means nothing to me. I'm just saying, to me, I think when you say my partner, it just is implied that it's a gay relationship.
No, I would not say that. How he parties a lot. I've asked my partner to change a couple of things about his behavior, like how he parties a lot, but he hasn't stopped any of them. I know he really loves me, so why won't he change?
Ugh.
Oh, I just
Answer
want to
that
say,
first.
grow the F up.
I just want to smack her. Smack her.
Oh.
See, she would not pass our screening process.
Yes, but actually, if she's here listening, I would feel terrible. So you really do owe an answer.
Okay, yes, yes. But you know what? When I speak frankly like this, okay, it is always better to hear the truth. And maybe it's good for someone to hear, if this is the way you are right now, no, you're not going to pass my screening process. But if you want to meet the great quality men that I have, then you got to up your game, and you have to rise above that nonsense, immaturity, if you want to belong to MTN Matchmaking. So I am, in a sense, helping her. Go ahead, answer. Quick. People have busy lives here, and thank you all for tuning in. You know how we love that. I still don't understand why it is under Facebook Messenger room. Asa, do you know the answer? Does this mean that did you have to go into Messenger to see this?
I'm telling you, no.
Really? Was that abusive?
What?
The way you just yelled like that?
I think I was, no. It just came out loud.
Okay, go ahead. He used to yell at me like that all the time.
No, I didn't!
Until he moved away. Now he wants me to be like a neighbor.
Yeah, because I miss the animosity.
That's why he is doing Facebook Live with me, so we can bicker and bicker.
You're never going to change anyone's behavior. The only thing you're going to do is embrace it. Just embrace it, and then he'll make time for you. There'll always be time for you. I would just let him do whatever he wants to do, make him happy, and
woman's liver or anything.
You can't.
You're just like living in the dark ages.
You are not. If you try to change his behavior, he's only going to get mad.
Well, okay. All right. Have fun. See you soon.
All right, we got to wrap it up in 3 minutes.
One of the loves of my life. Friend and boy.
All right. Now, this must have been printed on a way that the landscape to portrait was messed up. All right, here's the question. I find myself getting crazy jealous when my partner talks to other women, even though I know it's nothing. How do I... And that's it.
Just the fact that she presents the problem, but then tries to placate herself by, saying that second
Even
comment.
though I know it's nothing?
Right. No, you don't know, because that's why you asked him the question, because you don't know. Go ahead.
Well, if she feels like it's nothing, then she wouldn't be asking the question, so.
Exactly. I don't know why I just feel so,
impassioned.
Well, you know what it is? I'm also taking a diet pill, okay? So I think it's called phentermine. Now, you could only take it for 3 months, okay? I'm going to look hot this summer. I'm going to be back to the way I used to be. And the start of it is, I remember that
You'll never be back to the way you used to be. Accept that now.
Okay, well, I would like to be 125 pounds again. Oh, I love Asa. Can you read Asa's answer? How cute it is.
Does he have boundaries, and do others he talks to know and respect them?
Oh, you're so cute, Asa. Okay, so I am on a diet pill.
Asa has the answers.
I know.
Right at the top of his head.
That's why I said everyone needs an Asa. Asa should be on my payroll. Okay, but the phentermine, I think it's called.
You just said what it's called.
Yeah, I think phentermine is a pain narcotic. It's not that. It's the diet pill, Fenta, blah, blah, blah. So what it does is it suppresses your appetite completely. So I have to force myself to have these 5 things and then have the salad with tonight I'm having the grilled chicken. Having the grilled shrimp. So with that, I know I'm going to have the results as I did the first time. And my back should be better by 3 months from now. And I'm going to be exercising, doing my physical therapy.
Why don't you get the scale out and aim the camera at the scale today, and then every Facebook Live, weigh yourself and watch the numbers go down?
Okay, I already know what it is. If you think I'm going to say it, people will start calling up MTM Matchmaking. Hi, can I speak to Fatso? No, not happening. Although I do have to say, Glenda is so great. When I saw her last Saturday, in the Melville office, and I told her I'm going back on this. I'm the heaviest I've ever been. She said, oh, really? You don't look at it all. So that,
okay.
Makes me feel good.
All right, wrap it up.
Abusive. He's clearly controlling and abusive.
How is that controlling? I said I would give you an hour. Now it's an hour. You need to wrap it up.
An hour? We were only supposed to do this a half hour.
It's an hour.
Where does the time go?
I don't know.
Okay, so everybody, thank you. Oh, Asa, phentermine. Okay, so, but by the way, before we go, if you're going to take that diet pill, just be careful because it does give you a lot of anger. It really does. I mean, I could snap. Usually, as my friend Maureen is the same way. We say we could literally go from 0 to insane when it comes to, my kids or my business, 0 to 5 seconds. But with this, I have to really hold back and remember that I, want to always be a kind, loving person. And these evil thoughts that pop into my head the moment someone talks, the second I'm like, oh my God, done. Do you know I disqualified a guy on Friday, and he actually called, and then I realized it wasn't him, it was me just being wicked.
You got to call him back and say, come back. I'll pay you for doing.
No, thank God he called me back, and I realized then it wasn't him, it was me. So now he is a client, and he doesn't know this, of course, but I'm going to take extra special care of him just because of the situation. Okay. So he's doing the Kevin face. Kevin face.
Kevin called me the other day, and he said, "Oh, I saw you. I got cut on Facebook Live. The other day, yeah, it was funny. Yeah, it was good. Yeah."
All right, should I tell you what the surprise was supposed to be today?
Oh, yeah. What? I totally forgot
Kevin
about
was
that.
coming on with me.
Oh, what happened?
What happened is, out of the blue, I don't know who changed his mind. I don't know. But instead of him being allowed to come over and do Friday Facebook Live with us, he has to power wash his house. Now, he just had knee surgery with my back surgery. He's not physically prepared to be able to do that yet. I mean, really, he will have some sort of like minor setback or at least extra pain from overdoing it. So that was a great surprise that Kevin is going to do it. And Kevin is funny because it takes him a paragraph to say what we would say. Well, no, you're like him. What I would say in like 10 words, Kevin is a paragraph.
Why don't next week you go over to his house and you broadcast from his house?
Why?
So he can join you, so he doesn't have to come to you.
What? We're 5 minutes away. So in case, obviously, people did not know that about my other brother. We're 5 minutes away. So there, and he's coming over later. When he's done power washing, he's coming over because he bought me grilled chicken for my diet.
So why couldn't he just power wash later?
He wasn't allowed.
Oh, that's Susie. Susie runs a tight ship.
Oh, actually, she does.
I know, that's why I said it.
Love Susie. Susie was like a very shy girl growing up, and now, boy, whew, I've seen the difference. Okay, anyway, so everybody wishing you all a great weekend, and thanks, Brian, for doing this again with me. It makes it a lot of fun. Hopefully, Kevin will do it next week because we have to just make him, especially since he did commit to this. And at the last, I only found out an hour ago. I can't do it. I'll come over after.
Yeah, listen, something's come up. Something's come up.
Oh, what is it? What is it? I gotta power wash my house. You're not up to it. I know. I'm in so much pain, but I have to do it. I'll be over later. So, what I asked him to do is to wear his O'Donnell t-shirt or his Jensen t-shirt.
All right, next week we'll get him to do it, and I'll wear a special shirt for him.
Yes. And I will be thinner.
Thinner.
I will be less heavy. Okay, so have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
Be
happy
safe.
Friday. Watch RuPaul's Drag Race finale tonight.
Okay, come watch me as I'm matching all night to midnight. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that. If anyone really because I did this once and it was amazing. If you are going to watch, I will do a Facebook Live as I'm matching people up till midnight. Because when I did that like 6 months ago, it was really fun. So I'm going to do that. Only if people say that they will. Okay. Last papers here.
The dogs say no.
What?
The dogs say no. The
I don't
dogs
get
say no. All right, bye.
Okay. Bye. Have a great week.